So this is the Dossier Series, session number 4, Teaching and Course Curriculum Development. So I want you to think about course curriculum development in the sense of these are the items created that affect the department or the division as a whole. So the first thing we need to do is we need to review our homework. We have had 3 sessions in the spring, and in those sessions we did the front matter section, which had the cover page. Again, this is the item that has your name, department, division, what you're going up for promotion-wise or tenure, and then of course the year. Remember we talked about if you wanted to embellish your cover page, you could with maybe a watermark or something like that. And if you remember, inside your Dossier Series course, under the table of contents, on the left-hand side, you'll see something that says Front Matter. And inside this section, right here, is a video that will assist you with filling out that cover page and putting a watermark on there if you would like. Here, of course, is an example of a cover page. It's just a PDF document on that. The other homework was the 1.1 recommendation signature page. Of course, these items are found in your dossier. The video here actually shows you how to complete that signature page. Again, here is my dossier. I'm Joe Somebody. Cover page, of course, is the very first folder. Recommendation signature page, that's the second folder. And so you'll see they're in sequential order here in your dossier. But this video will assist you with filling out that signature page. Here is a video for the letter of intent. The letter of intent, remember, that is the item that is submitted in late September, early October. Again, it depends on the timeline, and that changes, of course, every year. But it depends on the timeline on when that letter is due. This letter is to be sent to your department chair, your division dean, and to the VP of Academic Affairs. When you send this, you can send it digitally. You can email it to them if you'd like. You can give them a hand copy if you'd like as well. When you send this to the dean, you also request a meeting with them. Every year the dean will meet with those applicants who are going up for promotion or tenure to kind of just meet with them, see if they have any questions, how they feel about it, and things like that. It's a very quick meeting, usually around 10-ish minutes or so, maybe longer if you have more questions. This is, of course, is the dossier letter of intent to be completed. It just kind of shows you, of course, it's from the video, it shows you the pieces that are highlighted that are to be changed to make it your own. Letter of application, we won't talk about that until later. That's not a part of your homework. Remember, that's the very last thing that you complete in the evaluation, or in the dossier. 1.6, your annual evaluations. That was a part of your homework. And again, inside here, just if you don't remember how to get to your annual evaluations, how to download them, how to upload them into the dossier, here is again a video to assist you with that. We also had the teaching philosophy. That was our homework, and the set summary form and comments. That was also our homework. Inside your pause page, inside your pause course, under teaching, is where you will find the information that deals with your teaching philosophy, as well as other information for the teaching section. Of course, remember there are 2 sections in teaching. There's course curriculum development and teaching other. This video is simply for course curriculum development. Okay, so teaching philosophy. This is simply a web page that's going to just an HTML page that's going to list out, right, just kind of what a teaching philosophy statement should be, just a definition. Also, if you have not completed your teaching philosophy, you have my teaching philosophy that I submitted, just so you can see one if you need to. There we go. Guidance, examples for guidance, right here. And there, of course, is my teaching philosophy for guidance. Back into my dossier, there is my annual evaluations. Of course, there's the folder that you will upload all of those into. Teaching philosophy, here is where you will put in your teaching philosophy after you have written it. Set summary form and comments. Here is the folder, of course, for those. There's the form and comments, both of which need to be completed. And inside this folder, you will find both forms. Here are both forms. Now, these are online documents, so as you complete them, they will be automatically saved. All right. Next, here we have course curriculum development, and this is the section that we are covering today. All right, so that just talks about what we were going to go over today, and let's continue. Course curriculum development is by definition, or what should be uploaded, is evidence of course curriculum development. This is the statement from the handbook of 2013-15. So, course curriculum development, below is it's not a complete list of items that can be included. It's just simply examples to get your mind starting to think about these things. So, development of courses. Okay, that's a no-brainer. Online, modular, hybrid, study abroad. Any courses that you've created for faculty as well. For example, the dossier course that you're in right now actually falls into this category. If you have developed, any type of course for anything, that it could be students, it could be faculty, but it's got to be, of course, college related. Committee work that is specific to particular courses. Steering committee work, right? You select the textbooks every year. You talk to the book representatives. You make sure that they cover the right material and things like that. All of that is development for particular courses, but it's department wide. Developing any type of thing for student evaluation of teaching, those sets. Okay, we have two different types of sets. We have the course sets, and then we have the sets that are for modular courses, of course, because they work a little bit differently. So, development of those evaluations would go into this section because of they affect courses and division. It's department and division wide. Learning communities, that goes here for sure. Developing student learning outcomes, or SLOs, for your department. Any TBR work specific to courses, again, it's department or division wide. Course revitalization or initiative or grants. Any course descriptions or curriculum changes. Of course, if you're on the curriculum committee, a lot of work goes into this section of the dossier. Proposing or developing new programs for your discipline. Just because, for example, maybe you have a program or a class or something that you would like to try, and maybe it didn't get approved, but all the work that you did to think about this course and to put information together to propose doing this, all of that is actually development that you did. It might not have gotten approved, but you did the work, and it should be reflected here. Of course, that goes with Associates of Arts, Science, or certificates. Again, if you also proposed doing a new course, that's not listed here, but a new course as well would go into this section. Any of your department work, co-requisite course development, co-requisite course implementation, any course rewrites, any course reviews, any ALEX exams. I know we have those in the math department. Learning communities, you notice I hit that twice. Learning communities is going to come up a lot because it does hit on a lot of different sections within the dossier. QEP, if you're part of the quality enhancement team, that would go here for sure. And then if you developed any general assessments, general education assessments, remember general education assessments are the what think about it on the syllabus. You put the general education assessments of what they should get out of that course on the syllabus. So if you had any work with writing outcomes, of course that would be your, right, that's your steering committee work, writing the outcomes on the syllabus and things like that. Make sure you include those in this section. Okay, so now we can go into pause, and I'm actually going to show you my course curriculum development list that I submitted when I went up. This is just so you have it. Again, I'm under teaching, right here, I'm under teaching, and I'm actually down at the bottom, examples for guidance, and I'm going to go this time to right here, bulleted list, curriculum development. All right. Okay, so here's my bulleted list, and the link will not work, okay, because it's linking inside my personal dossier, and you guys actually don't have access to my personal dossier. I've just downloaded these the summaries for you so you can see them. So these are the things, for example, that I included into course curriculum development. One thing I want you to notice is that there's a bullet with the item name that you want to talk about, and then you have a little blurb, right? A little piece of information here, so that the reviewer can kind of get an idea of what it is that they're going to look at when they click inside this folder. Because you have to remember, as a reviewer, when they click on this, it opens up a folder of documentation. All that documentation is just a hodgepodge of stuff that supports what it is that you did. Well, what is it that you did for this bullet? Right here. Write that here. Okay, and that way the reviewer gets a sense of, what in the world am I going to see when I open this bullet up? Okay, this tells me. Another one, here again is another course development, and again, here's a little blurb about that. Now, that would be maybe some ways that you create course development. Okay, but take a look at this. Maybe there's some courses that you maintain for the department. So maybe you have some modular courses, for example. Maybe you didn't develop them, but maybe every semester you maintain them. Maybe you have to change the dates every semester, include calendars every semester, make sure the addition for the text is right inside the course every semester. Maybe you maintain these things for the department, and that would go here as well. I've listed YouTube lecture series that I created, and I put them here because that lecture series was then put into modular courses that were shared with the department wide. Okay, if for example I only used a YouTube lecture series within my own courses, that actually would go into teaching other. But because this is for the department wide, I put them here. Steering committee. Here again, this is a little wording about, everybody has steering committees, so here, this is what you could, if you'd like to, put on your steering committee. But this is what it is. This is what you have to do. And of course, there's your documentation for it. And that may be emails through your committee members. It may simply just be the document that your chair sends out with the listing of who's on what committee. And I think maybe lastly, this just the set ad hoc committee chair. This was having to rewrite the set evaluation for modular courses. Okay, and again, the set deals with all courses on the college. So of course that development would go into this section. Anything like that, I want you to think about things that you create that are then a part of the department, a part of the division, that is not just for your individual class. Okay, so because if it's for your class, remember it's for the next section. Okay, it's teaching other, so we want to be careful there. Let's see, and then of course this is where I would ask you, what are some items that you have listed in your bulleted list that you want to ask about for course curriculum development? Of course, this is a video, so you don't have any questions for me. All right. And then homework. Here is your homework. You are to complete section 3.4 course curriculum development, and you are to list items to include into your teaching other. Now, before we do that, what I want to do is I want to show you. So you'll notice that I'm going to go into Joe Somebody, and I'm going to go into here. So here's Joe Somebody. So bulleted list, course curriculum development. So all of you have this bulleted list, and it's going to have this top piece on it. Okay, this piece here. All of you have this, and you all have this top part. Down here, this is the part that you are creating. Okay, so, and again, Joe, we're just going to make up some nonsense here. I'm going to say I created an online course, and we're going to say math 1740. All right, and I'm just going to, whoopsie. And I'm just going to, and of course there's my verbiage, right? You always want to put a little synopsis or a little blurb on what it is that you're doing. Now, if you notice, if you remember, on my bulleted list, what I had was a bullet, and each bullet, it was clickable. Now, of course, the link wouldn't work, but it was clickable. This, you see that? Changes to a hand. From a cursor to a hand means you can click on it. And of course, if you click on it, it won't work because, like I said, you're not tied to, you don't have access to my personal dossier. So, how do I get this? How do I get this to connect? Well, if we go back, and I'll show you real quick on the end of this video, but I want to show you where you can see just that video that talks about connecting your bulleted list. Okay? Right here is a video that talks about create bulleted lists and linking the folders. Okay, this whole video talks to you, just talks to you about that part. So I actually want to end this video by showing you how to do that. So I've created a bullet. It's called Online Course Math 1740. Inside I'm Joe Somebody, inside my dossier, under 3.4 course curriculum development, I am going to now create, go to new, I'm going to now create folder, new folder, and I'm going to call it what that bullet was, online course, and I want to say I named it 1740, okay, and I'm going to say create, okay, so now I have this brand new folder right here. Now, on your bulleted list, what do you have? You have a bullet. Go ahead and highlight that, okay? You're going to need that highlighted. Highlight the name of the bullet, and then you have your information for it. Now, go back over here to the folder that you created. You can click this little bubble beside it to select it, and right there, copy link. You're going to click on that. It's going to create a link, and you have to then click copy. Now, the green check marks means good, we're great, it's copied. Okay, so how then do I now get that to link over here? Now, this is the text that you want linked. You want your bulleted name linked. So I've highlighted it. You're going to go to insert. You're going to go to link. And now paste what it is, the link that you copied. Paste it here, and I'm going to say insert. And there it is. Right? There is my link. Now, if you want to make sure that that worked, what you're going to do is you're going to go to View, Reading View. Because you'll notice that right now I can't actually click on this, okay? And, whoopsie. You can go to, let's see, Control plus click to follow the link. We can do it two different ways. If you hit Control and then click, you see right here it opened, it's opening that folder for me. The folder, right, it's empty because I didn't put anything in it. Online course math 1740. But that's the way. Let me do that again. Again, I came over here. I created a folder. I selected the folder. I clicked copy link. I came to my bulleted list. I highlighted the text that I wanted. I came over here to insert. I insert link. That's the one I clicked on. I clicked paste, right? Control V, paste, and then say OK. And there it is. If you want to check this, make sure it's going to the right folder, and I do suggest that you do this. It's Control click, right? Control left click to make sure that this link is working. And you'll notice that up here, I did get a new page to open. And up here, notice, Online Course Math 1740. Yup, it's the right folder, but I didn't put anything in it yet. You guys saw me create the folder, obviously. But that's how you know if it works. Okay, that's how you know if it works. And that is what you guys are going to be doing. That is your homework. Okay, so let me go back to your homework. Complete section 3.4 course curriculum development. This not only means creating the bulleted list with the little blurb about what it is, because remember, your reviewer does need to know that. They don't want to just open a folder full of randomness, okay? Make sure you just give them a little information. And then this also includes making those folders, making those individual folders, and linking the bulleted list to those folders, okay? That's what this whole piece of homework means, all right? What I'd like you to do, if you got time, I know I'm asking a lot, but if you have some time between now and next time, just make a quick little list. You can handwrite it, put it in a notepad, put it in your bag, and just bring me items that you think fall into teaching other. And again, remember, think teaching other as your courses, your classes, you particularly as an instructor. Okay? If you got any questions, please let me know. Send me an email. All right, I'll get that email and we will go from there. Let's see if we have any more slides here. Next session. The next session we are going to talk about, we're going to review your homework. We're going to make sure we're all on the same page, okay? And we're going to talk about teaching other. That's why I would like you to bring any items if you could. And then lastly, we're going to talk about your summary page. And that, of course, will be a part of your homework for next class. Okay, it's not this class. But these are the things that we're going to talk about next time. All right? So if you have any questions, just let me know.